In the district, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser enacting a limited juvenile curfew after several teenagers were arrested in Navy Yard on Halloween.
Yeah, video showed a large crowd gathering in Navy Yard there, engaging in what police say was disorderly behavior. They say the crowd grew to several hundred people after many teens allegedly engaged in fights and disrupted traffic.
5 teenagers from ages 14 to 18 were arrested. 1 police officer suffered minor injuries.
DC News Now's Marielle Carbone joining us live from Navy Yard now, which is one of the areas in the extended curfew zones there. Marielle, what are you learning?
Well, Annalisa, at 6 p.m. tonight, teens, large groups, they can no longer gather here in Navy Yard, as well as other areas like the U Street Corridor, Union Station, and Banneker Rec Center. So that limited curfew is in effect through Wednesday, but all of this is unfolding as D.C. Council is set to vote on considering reinstating some emergency legislation on the juvenile curfew tomorrow.
It was just a big chaos. Kids running around.
Victor Ford says he was getting off the Navy Yard Metro with his son Friday when he saw this scene unfold. Hundreds of teens gathering at M and 1st Street Southeast, broken up by the National Guard, D.C. Police, and Transit Police. 5 teens were arrested.
Kids being kids, I ain't concerned. These kids these days, you don't know what they're going to do.
The incident comes as D.C. Council is set to vote Tuesday on reinstating its emergency juvenile curfew legislation after failing to extend the emergency in October.
There were 5 who voted against the emergency declaration last time.
Chairman Phil Mendelson says circumstances have changed.
Apparently, over social media, there are these invitations to congregate, and we saw that a week ago and then over the weekend.
The emergency legislation mirrors what council enacted over the summer, setting a curfew at 11 p.m. daily for those 17 and under, and allowing the police chief to establish extended curfew zones, which go into effect at 8 p.m. for specific areas, up to 4 days. If passed, it'll go into effect November, December, and January.
The curfew is not the answer because they still out here.
The response from neighbors is mixed.
Make it like something for them to do, like activities, so they could be out here doing something productive.
It's unfortunate, but something needs to be done. There's a number of events every week here at the metro station, around the corner on Tingy, where I live.
And the mayor and the police chief have been pushing council to make these extended curfew zones a permanent tool for the mayor to use. Now, tomorrow's vote, it is set for noon. They will also be voting on temporary legislation. It mirrors this exact emergency legislation, but that requires 2 votes and would go into effect for 225 days. So a lot longer, and it gives council time to draft up and then potentially vote on permanent legislation if they choose to do so. Reporting live in Navy Yard, I'm Marielle Carbone, DC News Now.